Hi, everyone. I'm Christopher Thornycroft. This is my friend Jessica Solis. And we are here for the Redwood Rundown for the week of December 4th, 2023. If you're watching this, you were in the middle of all the pain that we felt last week. Load to truck ratio went from 2-to-1 to about 6-to-1. Capacity got crunched across the board. I'd say that we didn't tell you, and we're sorry about that, except for we've been telling you that for months, that was going to take place. This is what happens every single time the week after Thanksgiving. Why is that? Again, shippers start to shut down heading into that Thanksgiving holiday. So you've got that production really limited, not a lot of loads going on. You have carriers, they're sending their drivers on home. Once drivers are headed on home, it's really tough to get them out of the house. On top of that, you had a really low rate environment. So if you have a low rate environment, it's tougher to get those drivers to just get back on the road and start moving. And then finally, repositioning. We see this with every single holiday, that those trucks, they come out of the networks that they're used to servicing, and then it takes them a few days to get back online. Tons of market spiked. Again, we knew that was going to happen. A lot of pain out there from brokerages, got a lot of phone calls coming our way saying, hey, are you guys feeling this? Hey, are you guys feeling this? We saw more rejections happening. We saw more shippers reaching out with their waterfalls having breaking. We think that's going to take place again over the Christmas holiday and the New Year's holiday. So not much change there. With that said, we're down in Mexico again. We're in Monterrey. I'm hanging out with basically the mayor of Monterrey, Jessica Solis. She will take you to all the places that have the best mezcal and the best desserts. Those go hand in hand. We want to talk a little bit about the Mexican freight market. Jessica, we've talked a lot about the United States market. You and I talk every single week about this. You know that carrier authorities continue to come out of the market in the United States. We've seen a large reduction. We talked about losing over 2,000 authorities over the first couple of weeks of November. What's happening in Mexico with carriers and carrier authorities?
I think we're facing the similar situation. Basically, what's happening in Mexico, since we also have a similar mix for smaller carriers. About 80% of the carriers in Mexico are about 1 to 5 trailers. We call them own operators. So they're very volatile to market impact. And all the situations are happening right now in Mexico, also in terms of theft and challenges with inflation. They're behaving in a similar manner that you guys are experiencing in the States.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, capacity starting to come on out. You've got to think that that's going to be a theme that continues. I know in the United States, heading into the holiday, roughly by about the 15th, we're going to see volume slow on down. We're going to see volume slow on down. We're also going to see capacity come on out a little bit more. Why is that when we're going to see volume slow down or we going to see capacity crunch? Because so many of those drivers turn over to mail routes and they start doing local and regional deliveries. They get out of the big long haul and they start taking care of that local business. So even though volume comes on down and demand definitely comes on down, we have a tendency to see price go up. We've never not seen prices raise from November to December. We've always seen prices raise. If you go back to our data, looking up all the way back to 2015, it happens every single year. What happens in Mexico, if you can speak to that, about what happens with the demand cycle?
I think a little bit of what we've been experiencing also in the previous years. So basically, a lot of what we do here is contract business. So we see that demand also slow down towards the end of the year, at the beginning of Q1. A lot of our customers are also experiencing these maintenance or shutdowns, and this kind of changes the balance in volume. But then you expect more normal activity towards the end of Q1. That's what we could say, that very similar to previous years.
Okay, that makes sense. Quick question. Spot. We know that Mexico is way more contract than spot, even more so than the United States. But are there spot needs that pop up as you get closer to a holiday for Mexico freight?
Absolutely. As we all know, when the US sneezes, we all catch the flu here. So we are a mirror, and it's a reflection of what happens up north. And if we all know about the trade balance, so basically to every 2 or 3 loads that we're able to ship northbound, only 1 comes back southbound. So
Right.
The impact is there. And of course, spot market strengthens, and those holidays affect the capacity.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jessica. Great talking with you. You're a natural, as usual. You may not know, We're celebrating in Mexico this week in Monterrey. We have over 100 employees, Redwood employees down here. This is an amazing office. This is an incredible offering that we have for our customers. We're so excited to be a part of this. And Jessica, thank you very much for everything that you do. All right, talk soon. Thank you, everyone.